Welcome back to Villa View for fan cams after Aston Villa have drawn 2-2 at home to Preston North End. Let's go and see what the fans think after a bitterly disappointing afternoon.
The first half was literally the best half of the season, I think, but the second half was just terrible. But I think the one player throughout who was disappointing was Jack Grealish. He was awful throughout. Every misplaced pass, he's running off the ball, but just didn't seem to bring him off. Tish Bowler on the bench as well, just bring him on, and he could change the game.
We've sat back too much in the second half, man. That's what it is. Let the pressure come to us.
We kind of dropped off a bit. Like, it's a bit disappointing. We were doing so well in the first half, and then the second half we just flopped. It looked like we didn't really want it.
First half I thought we were actually quite good. Moved the ball away quite quickly, broke forward, and then second half just sat back and allowed all the Preston players to have a go at us. And we just kept sitting back, and at the end there was no confidence on the ball, no control. It was all a bit rubbish, really.
The first half was awesome with Lansbury, and then second half, don't know what Bruce said, it's just awful. It just feels like a loss, to be honest.
Grealish played awful all game. Like, Lansbury had a decent first half, and then it all just collapsed in the second half, to be honest. It was just awful to watch as a fan.
It's one step forward, two step backs, it seems.
Exactly. And I don't know what the hell's the matter with the players. Apparently we've got the right manager. What can you do with the players?
Gabby today, fair play to him. He did do well. He's trying. But Andre Green was fantastic. He should have missed a sitter in the first half of his head. Should have scored that. But aside from that, it's fantastic.
First half, pretty good. Second half, shambles.
Do you all agree with that?
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
We bottled it. That's all I can say, really.
The midfield, obviously, second half, it just didn't seem the same. Henry Lansbury, though, I thought he had a good game for his debut, and we just need that extra link in midfield because it's the same old issue that a player went through the middle of our midfield and scored.
Yeah, Lansbury played really well for a debut. He was solid. There's nothing fancy. He was like a normal midfielder should play as. It's like ridiculous. It's like we missing that. And yeah, okay, that's his first game for a very long time. That's his first I think Friday was his first training session. He can only get better from there, and gets a bit more forward. He was actually getting ahead of Gabby, which was probably the best thing about his game. He was getting ahead of the strikers, and that's what we've been crying out for.
He's been put on set pieces, and he was doing some good set pieces, like good crosses and that. So I ain't saw his shot yet. Apparently he's got a good shot on him.
He was brilliant today. Even with Westwood next to him, he was good. The ball in the first half where he played that ball into, I think it was a Doma, all over the crowd. The entire crowd was all going like, "Ooh!" And then eventually it landed. It was a brilliant ball. But his set pieces were a bit off. He had a great game, to be fair.
Gabby, God love him, he's past his prime. He's only 29, but he's never been a big goal scorer. Who are you going to get? I'd like to see Rhodes down here, but we were getting.
I'd put Tish Bowler in there as well, to be honest. He hasn't put a foot wrong when he's played.
So three-man midfield?
Yeah, three-man midfield. Just go for it.
That chance that Grealish set up at the end, it was just dying for a player like Rhodes to be there to tap it in, I think, and that's what we've been missing. I think for the whole season we've been a bit too dependent on Codger.
I think we threw it away, really. It was a game of two halves. In the first half we were really good. Lansbury played really well. And then the second half we just gave the ball away too much and conceded two sloppy goals.
Toby, what did you think?
The first half we played well, then we just slipped in the second half. Lansbury played quite well. We just slipped when Lansbury came off.
Played really well in the first half, but second half we really gave up, and the penalty was really good.
We slacked off in the second half and we got our just desserts for it. So, well, that's it really. But at least we still haven't lost at home.
It's a very good positive spin on it.
I mean, we were saying we played good in the second half. What does it matter? Okay, it don't matter. We drew. People saying, but we played well. But you know what I mean? So if you don't win, it doesn't matter if you play well. Lansbury, you said it on Twitter and I said it, he's different class. I think when we took him off, we just went flat because he was pinging balls all across the field. And was it when he was in our own half and he's pinged it straight to Hutton down the wing? When's the last time you saw a midfielder do that? So he's got to think of someone like Jedinak, and if we get Hurahan, it will be really good. But it baffles me how we can play so good in the first half and so bad in the second half.
You know what, I can't get over what happened today. You know, when you're 2-0 up against a side like Preston, no disrespect though, they've been in good form recently. You should be closing out the game, you really should.
But when they held Arsenal to the very end, they're not a side to joke about, but it's just an issue that we don't have really another attacking option.
And then finally, our playoffs out of reach now.
Playoffs. If we won today, I would have said, yeah, we're still going. Draw didn't really help us. It's about February. We've got 4 games at home on February. Need Codger back as quickly as possible, but it's a Hail Mary now.
I said that after the Wolves game, it was out of reach. Can't beat Wolves. You're not going to get in the playoffs, are you?
I reckon playoffs are out of our reach now. I think we'll have a chance next season, but playoffs, I don't think it'll happen.
Well, I just think until we get a centre forward in, we're not going to do anything. Rhodes, anyone, just get anyone up front. Gabby cannot do it. He's finished.
Yeah, it was gone last week, I think. But the rest of the season is just about building the squad. I think once we've got a good squad playing with like Hurricane and that, then next season we can give a go. Automatic promotion really next season.
Do you echo that?
Pretty much the same. Playoffs out of reach. If anything, finish with Blues. That's it.
We had to win today after the past few weeks, but I think now it's bloody new players. We've got 2 more players coming in, hopefully. Renaissance of Bonlaw won't last, I don't think, but still nice to have it. And then I think we're still mid-table. That's the best we can wish for, I think. Too inconsistent at the moment.
Yeah, I think so. I think we should just build for next season, to be honest. Just forget about the playoffs, build for next season, and just try and get a kind of Holohan from Barnsley and just try and build a midfield up and just trying to get one more striker in, really.
If we get a quality signing now and we get a bit of an away happening, then we could manage to scrape it. But the way that we're playing, we can only play 45 minutes at a time. After that, we just fail. So only if we get a proper good player like Rhodes that can just shore it up if Codger or someone's out.
I think we'll be lucky to finish in the top half of the table. Where are we going at the moment? Genuinely?
Yeah, I think so. But today we could have turned it around possibly and just about got in. But I think after today, after letting it slip against Preston, I don't think we'll get in it now.
Who do you think we should sign?
We need to sign good players.
Good players would be a good starting point. I think we've got the best manager possible for the job at hand, and I think in the future, maybe next season, we can go up with the right players. I think that getting Hurahan is so important, because today, that midfield, Preston just waltzed through it and scored. It's just a disappointment that we couldn't hold on, and if Lansbury was perhaps fully fit, it could have been a different story, but today it's the case of the midfield letting us down again, I'm afraid, and a few players having an off second half. That's my view on the game. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and also liking the video. Let's try and smash 250 likes in this video, and also subscribe with your post notifications on.
If you enjoyed that video, why not watch another? Click the video choices on screen now to go and watch them in full. Be sure to subscribe to the channel by clicking our logo there on the left. Easy peasy.